So I wanted to make a little video today. Just woke up from a nap, so excuse the nap face, but I'm still a little bit in shock. So today is October 11th. Our little guy leaves on October 20th, so we have 9 days left with him. We have a lot of feelings about that, but you know, God's just given peace and strength, and you know, sometimes I cry a lot all day. Some days I'm really angry, and some days I'm just, you know, trying to be, not trying, but just accepting. We're happy he gets to be with family. It's just really hard to see him go through this transition, because even though he's going to family, they're strangers to him. So I added it up, and it's been, by the day he moves, it'll be 408 days that he lived with us. So it's a long time for a baby to be with us from the beginning and then move to strangers, even though they're family. But I am happy that family is being reunified. I won't get into details, but it's going to a kin placement. So we're just thankful we have, we'll hopefully be able to be a part of his life. I think his family members will allow that. They know how attached he is to us, so. But that's not the reason. This is going to be a Nicaragua update, actually. So because he's leaving, we are kind of full steam ahead now. We'll be closing our foster care license after he goes. And then last week, Monday or Tuesday, I was making my daughter's sandwich for school, and the mayonnaise just smelled real strong first thing in the morning. And I was kind of like, that's interesting. And then my period was supposed to come on my 34th birthday, which was October 8th, 3 days ago. And I got a little bit of light spotting, so I thought that was the start of it. So I was like, oh. And I said to my husband, like, my period came and we're good. Because a baby right now is not exactly what we were planning. So obviously, I don't even know how to say this, and I'm just talking to myself. Yesterday, we live near a Dorito factory, and we drove by, and my stomach turned, and that little bit of spotting didn't turn into a period. So my cycle's usually between 26 and 28 days, so I thought, okay, give it till the 10th. If it doesn't come, then I'll get a test. I've been very tired the past couple weeks, but I just kind of assumed it was emotional tired, and I was getting over having a cold at the beginning of it, so I thought, didn't think anything of it. But anyways, last night I went out to return some dishes, get some milk, and I picked up a test. Still fully thinking that by this morning my period would come. I woke up at 4 a.m, and I couldn't wait any longer. I needed to know. And immediately there was 2 lines. So I'm shocked. I'm excited. I never felt like our family was complete. My husband and I have been talking 3 might be enough, because our little Rosie girl has a lot of work right now. She's 3 years old. And for a while there, it was looking like we might be able to adopt our foster son. And I knew if we adopted him, I would feel complete, because we are going on to a new stage of life where we're going to be working with a lot of kids, and there's constantly going to be kids to care for as we start an orphan care ministry. But still, something in the back of me was I don't feel complete with 3 kids. I just knew there was one more at least. It's because we're moving to a developing country and all that entails. And he said that, he's going to get snipped before we move. And I was like, no, you can't do that. We can't make that final decision yet. I don't feel complete, but and right now we're not trying by any means. But lo and behold, I was already pregnant. It feels really weird to say that, because I I mean, I've cared for 10 babies over the past 5 years, but my second daughter is 7.5. So it's been, 7.5, 8.5 years since I have been. So I'm just still trying to wrap my head around it. I don't really know how to feel. Just so much to think about now. This doesn't stop our plans by any means, but just some more considerations. And I'm still very early on. I don't know if this will turn out to be a healthy pregnancy, but I don't know how to tell my husband because he's not going to be happy. And not because of another, but just like because of what we're going into. So this is just a really unexpected twist. Well, he loves kids, obviously, and he is an amazing dad. So I know he'll come around, but when I first tell him, it's going to be a bit of hard news just because it's unexpected, but unexpected blessings are the best kind. I want to make sure there's a heartbeat and things are progressing well before I tell him. And I'll probably wait until I can't hide it any longer to tell anybody else. I just wanted to film this update because I just guess I want to remember how I feel in this exact moment. I'm praying I don't get too sick. I already feel it though. I never threw up a ton with Lily and Marissa. A couple times with both of them. But I felt just all of the time until my second trimester with both of them. And had a lot of food aversions. I remember with Marissa, I think it was, I could only eat bagels for the first trimester. I had to start the day with a bagel every day just to I have not been taking care of my body. Just with everything going on and the emotions and saying goodbye, that hasn't been happening lately. So, yeah, and obviously I haven't been taking prenatal vitamins, so I ordered those first thing. Amazon Prime will have them here tomorrow morning. So I feel kind of bad. I didn't give Little Love the best start, but I'm doing, switching all of that now. Start doing yoga and just walking more and, I'm growing a human again. My focus has been on foster babies for so long and our adopted daughter, and they take a lot out of you. And I've just been neglecting caring for myself. So, but now that, it's a different kind of care, it's good. It's going to, help me. Not just want to eat super healthy and just strengthen muscles, prepare for what's to come. I can't believe, oh my goodness, I'm going to be giving birth again. So the due date is June 20th. My other daughter's birthday is June 11th, so it'll be exciting. I just can't believe it. I can't wait to tell them, but again, I'm not going to tell them for a while. I want to try and keep this to myself as long as possible. I don't know how I'll be able to keep it from my husband because he's not working right now, so he's home all the time. So it depends on how sick I get, but yeah, I just want to keep this little miracle surprise to myself for a bit. I don't know whether to cry or a lot of emotions right now. I think we'll have the baby in Nicaragua, but again, that's a discussion I need to have with my husband. But I don't know. That's our new life, right? We're not coming back here. I don't feel like I have to come back here. There's capable doctors there. They're just not their culture is more prone to C-section, so that's my only concern. But I had great births, quick natural births with both of my daughters, so I just can't believe that's going to happen again. So I'm just praying that Little Love is healthy and makes it past the first trimester and healthy pregnancy and still just wrapping my head around it. Wow. So I am 6 weeks pregnant and my husband doesn't know yet. So I have to hide my prenatals. I couldn't just put them in the vitamin thing without this because he'll give them to the kids and then they'll be all gone. And these prenatals were not cheap because they're gummies. But I have to hide them in our bedroom and find a time when he's busy to take my prenatals every day. I haven't told him yet because this wasn't expected and we're moving to Nicaragua. And there's going to be some apprehensions about having a baby in a third world country. I'm okay with it, don't worry. But he literally said, I was already pregnant and didn't know at this time. I need to get snipped before we move. And I was like, wait, we haven't had the conversation yet. Like, we're completely done. So he'll be excited in the long run, but I know it's going to be a shock. So I'm just waiting. I'm getting blood work done this week and I want to go for an dating ultrasound before I tell him. But I'm so nauseous and it's really hard to keep it from him. And last night he was trying to kiss me and like his minty Tic Tacs were like making me want to puke. So it's been really hard. But it's Sunday after church and I'm just sneaking my prenatal vitamins before I go upstairs to have lunch. So I am just at my ultrasound appointment. This is my third ultrasound. I had a dating one at 8 weeks and 5 days, I think I was. You can see a little jelly bean. And then I had another one last week, which is the one you have done between 11 and 14 weeks that scans for any abnormalities or anything like that. So there was an issue with that one. So I'm going back today. So they couldn't see the nasal bone, which I don't think is overly concerning. I think it was just the way the baby was positioned, or maybe that the baby was a little bit too small still. All of the other measurements were fine. I don't do this because I would obviously not consider termination no matter what, but I just want to see my baby on the screen. So I'm kind of excited I get another ultrasound out of it. But yeah, just heading in now, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. Here in Canada, I think it's very different for you in the States when you go see ultrasound techs and stuff. I know they can't tell you a ton, but here they don't tell you anything. So anyways, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so everything went okay. Baby was being super stubborn, so they actually had me empty my bladder, take more pictures. Then they had me walking around, taking more pictures. They had me flipping side to side because baby likes to lay on its tummy. So those are the first pictures they got. Anyway, so they ended up actually telling me to leave and go eat something. So I got a nice big orange smoothie and some sushi with some wasabi, like any flavor to hopefully stimulate the baby to move into a better position. And they were able to get the picture of the nasal bone, which is what they were looking for. So look what looks like it's sticking up in this picture. To me, that looks like, hold on, this is backwards. Leg, and what's that? She didn't say anything. Obviously, it's way too early, but that looks kind of obvious. But the last ultrasound, I thought it looked like a hamburger, which is what they say in early ultrasounds. But that could have been because they were showing me from the back, and that could have been their little bum. Anyways, I go next week for a 3D ultrasound because we want to find out before we go to Nicaragua if it's a boy or it's a girl. But this picture has me feeling like it's a boy now, which would be, I mean, I love girls. I would love so much to have another girl, but more for the sake of my husband. And because our last little foster love was a boy, and the mother-son bond is different for sure. So either way, I'd be over thrilled. I am not leaning one way or the other at all, as far as what I want. I love my girls. I love being a girl mom, so I'd love to have another one. But, just have a boy would be different, and I think it would be sweet for my husband, just to experience that, because he's very much a man's man. Looks like pretty obvious to me, but it's very tiny. So like the whole picture, obviously the baby's very tiny right now. Anyways, I'm just at Marissa's school and I'm picking her up for the very last time. Today is her last day of school before Christmas break. And we move on a Tuesday, so we're not sending her to school for the 4th because we leave on the 5th. So I'm just kind of sitting out front. I got here early after the ultrasound, just taking it all in. Last time I'm gonna see this school because we moved to my in-laws on Sunday. Today's Friday. And we're staying with them for the last couple weeks before we go. So I don't think we'll ever drive by this again because we don't live in the same area as the school. Anyways, bittersweet, but it's starting to feel real that we're moving, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait to get out of here. I need to actually look it up because I heard there was rumors that we're going back into lockdown in my region, so I need to go look that up while I'm waiting. But yeah, I'm feeling good today. Everything was great. I don't feel sick at all anymore, which is just so nice. I'm not sleeping great. Like I'm tired and I fall asleep, but then I wake up to pee, and then I can't go back to sleep. So this morning I woke up at like 3:45. I was up. And then at like 6:45, I finally was able to fall back to sleep, and the kids get up at 7. So I just kind of laid there this morning and let Greg took Marissa to school, and then he had breakfast with a friend. And I let Rosie and Lilia watch a Christmas movie so I could kind of nap. But Rosie comes out every 10 minutes. I want a snack. She goes through these phases where she wants to eat nothing. And then for a few days in a row, which I know is typical toddler. She's 3.5 though. She wants to eat everything in sight. She's like ravenous. So I did not get any sleep. So this is why I'm looking like a little rough. But hopefully I can get a little nap in this afternoon. Our friends that we live with, that we rent the house from, who live in the basement, they weren't supposed to be home. So they are here and moved back in to the house. So we're excited to give them their house back. It's the only reason we're moving out to live with the in-laws a couple weeks early. Otherwise we would just stay. It would make things a lot easier, but it'll be nice to have time with the in-laws. And yeah. My husband just texted, sorry. I got distracted. How about that nose? He wrote. Because when you're told your baby doesn't have a nasal bone, it kind of had us with an uneasy feeling for a few days, but it was just the position, I think. Anyways, I'm going to go check those couple things. I'm going to look up some 13-week, 5-day ultrasounds for boys and see if that is what I think it is. And I'm also going to look up if we're in lockdown because I think the announcement was made at 1. Anyways, I'll update you guys later.